hi, 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 hi. Hi, hi. My name is Chris Fleming. Are you guys okay that the presenters have gotten increasingly disheveled as the night's gone on? Like, the telecast guy, are you they look like, like kind of like New York, like shaggy, but like Rob looks kind of like a French villain, and then I just look like a wild girl, who witnessed a murder or something, So I hope you guys, maybe it's a lucky coincidence on the Paley Center behalf. Thank you, Paley Center, for inviting a vagabond such as myself to this event. Oh my God. May I? Mother, may I? Okay, this is the clicker for if you want to move around. Do like the TED Talk approach. I could be like a cool substitute teacher, like. You guys want to talk? You guys want to rap a little bit about web comedy? That's my time. You guys have been so good. Thank you so much for coming. What a waste. What a waste of time. I come from Los Angeles to do that, to do the substitute teacher bit. Was it worth it? No, it wasn't, Chris. It wasn't. You're eating out of trash cans still, and you're at the Paley Center, and you blow it. All right. So I do this web series called Gail, and it's, let me show you the character. That's me on a fridge. I'm doing crunches on a fridge. Gail is it's basically a web series that I make with my partner Melissa Stripe, and it's about a very strong suburban woman named Gail Waters. Her husband and she had the same last name, but she insisted on hyphenating it anyway. And basically, she's obsessed. She's just obsessed with status in her community, her perceived status, and it makes her life and her family's life a roller coaster ride through a never-ending suburban hell. And so imagine like a basic suburban family, but raise the stakes to like a Tom Clancy novel, okay? So imagine that. And with that, we have a clip!
My Labradoodle just got accepted to Carnegie Mellon. Early acceptance! Still waiting to hear back from Yale and Pomona. Fingers crossed! My name's Gail Waters. My husband and I have the same last name, but I still insisted on hyphenating it anyway. New Williams-Sonoma catalog should be coming today.
Mail's here.
I have a feeling the panini press is gonna...
What if I was just killing myself laughing at my own thing? How unappealing would that be for me as a person? Eating a leg of lamb, just laughing. All right. So this is Melissa Stripe, who directs the series and also plays Terry Gross Waters, who is Gail's daughter, named after the NPR personality. Here I am berating her about not folding the cold cuts before putting them in the fridge. Gail has a husband named Dave. Yeah. Who is a rather meek man who, in lieu of a face, we just see khaki legs. And he talks like this. I give him a voice. It's a very castrated voice. Oh, Gail, why did you flip your car in the Joanne Fabric parking lot? Stuff like that, talking like that. And then this is basically, this is Bonnie, who is Gail's best friend, worst enemy, who fuels basically the entire plot. She's the co-chair of Mothers Against Roadhead with Gail. And together, basically everything that Gail just has these recurring night terrors where Bonnie has more cul-de-sac cred than she does, where she is higher in the community than she is. And of course, she always does have the upper hand, but nobody really gives a shit except for Gail and Bonnie. And I think this next clip kind of sums up their relationship pretty clearly. Excuse me.
Are you still salutatorian?
Yeah.
That begs the question, who's valedictorian?
I'm not going to tell you that, Mom, again, because that would put that person in very serious danger.
Not to worry, Terry. Can't afford another manslaughter count, not after what happened at Cinnabon. Hello?
Hey, Gail, it's Bonnie. Have you heard the news?
No, what news?
My beautiful baby boy is valedictorian.
Could you hold on 1 second, Bonnie?
So there you have it. Okay, and then lastly, there's the sex symbol is Dr. Bruce, who is Terry's orthodontist. Bonnie and Gail are constantly vying for his affections. So Gail basically started as a character in my stand-up comedy in 2009. I was working on her and doing, just a woman who's perpetually power walking in clubs. And then I moved out. I got signed to a manager in Los Angeles. Could we stop that rattling, for goddamn sake? I'm really joking. I have no position to say that kind of a thing, and I wouldn't. So I got signed to a management company in Los Angeles, and so I moved out to Los Angeles from Massachusetts, and spent basically 2 years just playing pocket pool, because I mean, with the manager's not going to do, what are they going to do for me? And so I was tired of waiting around, and so I just decided to sell a bunch of stuff, and Melissa and I started, writing this series that we could shoot of one of my best characters. And so we went back to my childhood home, and with my mom plays Bonnie, and my dad's legs are Dave, and it's just, and Bruce is played by my best friend's dad, and we just shot this thing, 5 episodes, and then, it was doing moderately well online, and then a friend who had actually hooked up with an ex-girlfriend of mine, and because we were not really on speaking terms, to make things karmically right, he posted it to Reddit, my Gail series, and it kind of got some attention. We got like 500,000 views. And so, yeah, he made things karmically right. And he's fine in my book. I had to take off my necklace because it was hitting the... How embarrassing is that, How vain am I to okay. So, yeah, and then, so we started getting a moderate fan base through the Reddit. And then we did a Kickstarter after we finished season 1. We kept flying back and forth to Boston to shoot our little thing with our family. And then we did a Kickstarter and raised $4,500, which is really just a pair of jeans at the end of the day. It's nothing. And so, but it still helped us film. This is me trying to coerce mall security into letting us throw a dummy off the parking garage. He was like 160 years old, but we did anyway after he left. And then, oh yeah, and so we used the money. I bought Yanni tickets. That's me right there rushing the stage at Yanni. And here is security, and here is more security who forcibly eject me after that, shortly after this. And then we also used the money to rent a pig, which you can do on Craigslist. We used a pig in the series who played a pivotal role in season 2. And so then with season 2, with the Kickstarter money that allowed, we started getting, that's a cute photo. We started getting some critical acclaim. Oh my goodness, look at that. Forbes magazine said some nice things about us. Have you had time to read that? I don't read it out loud. Who am I to read that out loud? It's very friendly, and it's actually kind of confusing semantically. Consistently funnier character than Gail Waters. Then Huffington Post wrote, perhaps one of the best things on the internet. Really made me blush. And then, Cosmo started blowing us some kisses, Our Direction. And Chobani, we featured Chobani heavily in the series. And so Chobani sent us 600 cartons of yogurt. And this FedEx man right here, he showed up at our door and said, "Somebody here must love yogurt." So I said, oh, okay, we have a fan base now. I love performing live. Uploading videos to YouTube is kind of lonely and depressing. Why don't I perform live with this show with my family and go on the road? We go to Chicago. Here are a bunch of preteen girls photographing me in a bra in the lobby of a Chicago theater. We sold T-shirts. My goodness, those things are so well-fitting. That's me. That's Melissa, and again, You guessed it, me. Oh, Margaret Cho. Oh my goodness, she likes it too. She asked if she could play Yo-Yo Ma in an episode of Gail, and she did. And yeah, and then I have a Twitter for Gail, and that gets some attention. 2-bite brownies. Don't tell me how many bites it takes Trader Joe's. For me, they're 0-bite brownies. I suck those things down like a Burmese python. Okay, I think that's been about 25 minutes. I'm sorry. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's Gail.
Fleming.